Today we're here with Mike Cotty and Schleck, and they'll describe what we're going to be talking about today.
Talking about a new shoe from Mavic, Comete Ultimate. So fortunately we were, I guess, amongst the few who got to test this out a little while ago. A few weeks ago, got our hands on a couple of pairs of these and have been living in them ever since. So first impressions?
Yeah, I mean, this shoe is just when the box and package arrived, it was an adventure itself.
Yeah.
To get this nice black box,
Christmas time,
and it's like, yeah, you really dug into this adventure by unpacking and unveiling the shoe. Open it up, you get this nice set of, get a bag, an extra bag inside, cleaning towels,
over boots, aero over boots,
and two sizes of insoles. So they really have thought this through. Then the shoe itself, it's great. It's a full carbon shoe. With the sock, it's integrated. You put it on and put your cleats on, and you try it. Of course, you just want to go and ride it.
I think that's the thing, you know, when you sort of dissect it really, and you've got this inner booty which goes in, and then you've got the outer shell. First things you realise is, like, this is some serious bit of footwear here. You know, it's quite plain to see the whole packaging and presentation which goes with it aside. You put it on your foot and you're like, I've actually got to go out and ride quite quick today, because otherwise it's not worth putting the shoe on. And I actually found, like, everything which I was hearing and reading, and obviously it's a hard shell, it's a carbon outer. The comfort wise I was umming and ahhing whether it would fit my foot, and you know, I've done 4 or 5 weeks in it now, and fortunately I guess you know, Lady Luck's on my side.
Obviously I've been trying lots of shoes, but this shoe really has been unique because it has a very, very low stack height. Stack height. Yeah, that makes sense. So you get on your bike and you're really close to the X. So the power transfer, it's really on the road. You feel one unit with your bike. You feel much more connected to the bike. That's my experience, how I experience it, and it's not a tourist shoe. I mean, it's definitely an athlete shoe, which a bike rider is
gonna enjoy,
or gonna enjoy it. Obviously, you need a few days to get used to the hard shell and the stiffness of the shell, of the carbon shell. But it's definitely, I think, you see that there's quite a bit of research. About 4 years they been developing this shoe, and I think it's ready. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I've definitely enjoyed riding it. First impressions when I put it on and actually sort of clipped in and then went for the first ride, it's always that sort of benchmark. It's the first 10 minutes. It's when everything is different. It's like the wow factor, and I just felt really fluid. The way I was pedaling, you can see that it's really lowly cut around the ankle, so you get actually more movement from the ankle. It just feels very free. And the low stack means that obviously the ball of your foot is that much closer to the pedal axle, and I think that it just has, you really feel that you're pedaling in circles. And I mean, it's not to say that on another shoe you feel like you're going in ovals, but it's just this extra feeling of just being very smooth on the bike. That just sort of triggered in my head straight away, and I was thinking, cracky, yeah, actually the sort of science and the engineering which has gone with it, you can really feel the difference. So yeah, it's an exciting product.
That's the power transfer and the one piece with your bike, but then it's got this cool feature that it's a removable sock, and I think the idea is that in the winter you get thicker socks. So
get your winter booty in.
A winter booty and a summer booty. So I think that's a...
It's interesting you mentioned that. I was chatting to one of the riders which Mavic spent a long time developing the shoe with, Dan Martin. He's been racing it since the Dauphiné last year, basically living in the shoe, and he's crashed it a few times, such is life in the pro peloton. And I said to him, well, what about the durability? And he said, well, look at it. He had a few little scuffs on, but he said, yeah, the shoe, he's got no thought of changing the shoe because the outer is so rigid and stiff, and it's gone through all the testing that Mavic put the wheels through, so impact testing, so the resins which they use extremely strong. So yeah, the investment's there, but it's a long-term product, so it should last a few years.